Gang. I'm going to do a guitar colour change on this fella. This is the first guitar I ever bought, which was about 2 years ago. So as you can probably tell, I'm fairly fresh at attempting to play one. It's a nice guitar. It's a cheapie, but you know it's cheap. It's got no markings on the back of the neck or in the pocket. But as you can see, it's been a while since I've done anything with it. It's been just sitting in the corner, so I figured I'll give it a colour change and a new lease on life. And I already have a red guitar, and I think colour I'm going to choose to paint this one shouldn't be too bad. But first I'm going to have to repair a couple of little marks there. One there. There's one there, and I think another one somewhere down. No, that one should be alright. It'll feel alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some clear lacquer. And this is a rattle can job too I'm going to do on this one. It's like all my other guitars. I'm going to get some rattle. I've got some rattle can clear lacquer. Just from a spare parts shop, a car shop. I spray a bit in the lid. I'm just going to dab a little bit into these little gullies here and let that go off and dry. Then I'll sand it, seal it, put some primer on it and paint it. So we'll see how we go with that, eh? So I'll give it a pretty good old scuff and a blow off and some wax and grease remover. Now if you're wondering why I put a bit of clear lacquer in there, that's for when I'm going to put on the spray putty. Rattle can spray putty, yeah. So I'm going to put some spray putty on this and let it go off for a bit. Actually, I might use, I'll use this primer filler. So I'll give that a good shake up and whack a couple of coats on and let it dry, and then it'll have another sand down. By the way, the paper I used on this, and this is the way I've done all my other guitars too. Started off, I leave all the original stuff on it. Used a bit of 240 in that white stuff, and seems to work for me so far. So we'll get a couple of coats of this gear on and see what happens. Okay, so that's the best part of a full can of that spray putty stuff. Been all around it. Like to put lots on the edges. Just let that dry off and go on to the next stage. She's on there pretty thick. I like to put a fair bit on there. Gives you a little bit to rub down the imperfections, but yep, that's cool. Go on to the next step in a moment. A little while later, gave it another rub again with the 240 and that no-fill white stuff. Yeah, it's a little scuffed, nice and light with no weight. Picks up those little dots and things that was around there. Try to loop as much on the sides as I could, because that's where the damage happens. Once it's all cured in a couple of days, it probably takes about Probably takes about 6 weeks all up before it's absolutely hard, rock hard, this, doing it this way, but that's why I'm going to do it. So, anyway, we've got the colour. And I've decided to go with a little metallic green this time, so I'll have the red guitar, the green guitar, and my blue guitar. Let's have a look how we go here. This is dusty one. I don't even want to make it completely covered. But I want to get everything. So, just have to complete a few laps like this, over and over and over again. And I'll bring you back when I've got it all in one colour. Well, there we go. Essentially that's the colour. And I just got to put some clear on it now. And we're about 8:45 in the evening, so this has had plenty of time to sort of set up. And I had to do it again, I will tell you this, because when I came in, although I used a full tin of spray on that, full tin of Rattle can of paint, and then we went out for a bit, and right about there, when I came back, was the biggest bastard beetle struggling to get out of the paint, which was sort of semi gone off. We got beasties that come here at this time of the year that they really yeah, they take over. But I'm going to wax some clear on it now. This has all been setting again for probably about 20 or 30 minutes, I suppose, since I had to rub all this again. I had to put do the whole primer and rub it all and get it all back nicely. So that's the way it goes. But anyways, I'll get this we'll get this clear on it, and in the morning that'll be best part of nice and set. But I'll leave it go for a couple of days before I give it a rub and buff, and it'll come up really nice. So there we go. I think that's 3 coats of clear, and it's just a multi-purpose clear that you buy in a Rattle can. And we're going to let that set up quite nicely. I always put plenty on the sides, because the sides will look after themselves. We're only going to buff the front and the back of it pretty much. But not giving away brand names. There it is. Multi-purpose acrylic paint, clear coat, high gloss, air dry, fast drying, suitable on whatever. But I may come out and do another coat of As you can see, we've got a bit of pearl about it, but that's all good, because once this is all dried up and buffed, it should be looking like new. Yeah, well, that's almost a full Rattle can of clear. It's about 5 coats. good wet coats with a little break in between. And we're starting to get some shine on him. And once that's settled down overnight, I reckon, what a beast he was down in there. I reckon in the morning that's going to look pretty cool. It'll be nice and dry, and I'm hoping I didn't put enough on there that's going to make it sag. But I'll leave that dry for a couple of days, I reckon. I'm always too impatient to leave it go for a couple of days, so who knows, it might end up getting buffed tomorrow, like I did with my other guitar. But anyway, I'll come back tomorrow. We'll have a look, and if it's dry enough, we'll put it back together. Have yourselves a good one. Take care.